Right, this video is aimed to cover sleep paralysis. A lot of people, they have all sorts of confusion in regards to what sleep paralysis is, but I'll try to cover it as much as possible and hopefully try and give a cure on sleep paralysis or having sleep nightmares. Right, I'm going to quickly give a quick brief insight. Right, here it goes. It says, sleep paralysis is when, during awakening or falling asleep, one is aware but unable to move. During an episode, one may hear, feel, or see things that are not there. It often results in fear. Episodes generally last less than a couple of minutes. It may occur as a single episode or be recurrent. The condition may occur in those who are otherwise healthy, those with narcolepsy, or may run in families as a result of specific genetic changes. The condition can be triggered by sleep deprivation, psychological stress, or abnormal sleep cycles. The underlying mechanism is believed to involve a dysfunction in REM sleep. Diagnosis is based on a person's description. Other conditions that can present similarly include narcolepsy, atonic seizure, and hypokalemic periodic paralysis. Alright, treatment options for sleep paralysis have been poorly studied. People should generally be reassured that the condition is common and not serious. Other efforts may be tried include sleep hygiene, cognitive behavioral therapy, and antidepressants. Okay, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It pretty much describes what it is. Now, it also goes on to say that there are signs and symptoms of this. Right, it says signs and symptoms. The central symptom of sleep paralysis is being aware but being unable to move during awakening. Imagined sounds such as humming, hissing, static, zapping, and buzzing noises are reported during sleep paralysis. Other sounds such as voices, whispers, and roars are also experienced. These symptoms are usually accompanied by intense emotions such as fear and panic. People also have sensations of being dragged out of bed or flying, numbness, and feelings of electric tingles or vibrations running through their body. Sleep paralysis may include hallucinations such as a supernatural creature suffocating or terrifying the individual, accompanied by a feeling of pressure on one's chest and difficulty breathing. Another example of a hallucination involves a menacing, shadowy figure entering one's room or lurking outside one's window while the subject is paralyzed. The body image distortion affecting parietal regions and the temporoparietal junction may result in the sleeper having body hallucinations such as illusory limbs and out-of-body experiences. The content and interpretation of these hallucinations are driven by fear, somatic sensations, REM-induced sexual arousal, and REM mentation, which are embedded in sleepers' cultural narrative. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop there. This is Wikipedia's explanation of what sleep paralysis is, or REM sleep, otherwise it may be referred to. One thing I have noticed in Wikipedia's description of this, Wikipedia is not necessarily the source to refer to, but it is there if you want to have a look at it. The cures that I'm going to be talking about is going to deal with religion. So if you are an atheist or if you have qualms about religion, then this might not be the video for you. So you might want to look away or go watch something else, check something else out. It will save you the time. The three major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they pretty much cover this subject. It's to do with demons and spiritual entities, if you will. And the thing is, I suppose demons is probably the right word to use for it, but if you have a look at it from the Islamic perspective, it gives you a little bit more insight on it. It's to do with genies, and no, not the genies as in Aladdin and the genie, because that's made to look like a very friendly type, and this is not what they are. Pretty much what it is, in sleep paralysis, you get encounters with demons. Now, the demons here, they cause all sorts of distress to these poor souls who are just trying to catch a bit of sleep and just to get a bit of rest. If you want to have a deeper look into genies and, jinns, if you want to call it the actual proper name, you can. So if I get enough response, I'm going to try and make one on it as soon as possible. But for now, all you need to know is that genies, they're a spiritual entity, and humans, we cannot see them. Animals, on the other hand, they can see them. So oftentimes what will happen is when a dog just starts barking randomly, or if you hear a donkey braying, it generally means that they're seeing these entities around them, or they're being troubled by it as well. And people that are suffering from sleep paralysis, they have this situation where these demons, they are causing them grief. This problem isn't limited to men or women per se, or young or older folks. It just happens, it can happen randomly to anyone, and it can be an ongoing problem for days, weeks, months, or even years and entire lifetimes if it continues. However, through religion, there is some sort of a reprieve. Oftentimes what happens is people, they read verses from the Bible, or in my case, the Islamic side, they read verses from the Quran, and it actually helps make these demons disappear or go away, or even put an end to this whole idea of sleep paralysis. The verses that Muslims often read from the Quran are often the ayat al-kursi, which roughly translates the verse of the throne, and it refers to the throne of God Almighty. If you want to have a look at it, there's hundreds of pages available on the ayat al-kursi. I'll put a link in the description below, and then you can go and have a look at it, and then hopefully find a translation. But I'll put it up on the screen of the ayat al-kursi being read in Arabic along with the translation, so you can have a look at it. And if those people that are suffering from this, or if you know somebody that's suffering from it, let them listen to this before going to sleep, and hopefully this should start easing their discomfort, and hopefully even put an end to it altogether. So anyways, without further ado, here you go, you can have a listen to it.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Allah, there is no God save Him, the alive, the eternal. Neither slumber nor sleep overtaketh Him. Unto Him belongeth whatsoever is in the heavens, and whatsoever is in the earth. Who is he that intercedeth with Him, save by His leave? He knoweth that which is in front of them, and that which is behind them, while they encompass nothing of His knowledge, save what He will. His throne includeth the heavens and the earth, and He is never weary of preserving them. He is the sublime, the tremendous.